Seriously suggesting that Jesus Christ was a mushroom?
Put pretty blankly, yes.
Pow!
Surely you don't suggest that Jesus Christ and his various disciples were not human creatures?
Yes. You are dealing with a secret cult, a secret society. The stories of the New Testament contain certain incantations, certain magic names, which were really the names of mushrooms.
No, but the writers, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, these men who wrote the story, you are telling me they did not exist?
No.
None of them existed?
No, it's part of mythology. It's part of mushroom mythology.
Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. Is your favorite glitch in the matrix, the Hood Mystic, representing hoodmystic.com, columbianexchange.com, and of course, White Rabbit Psychedelics. I'm an author, spiritualist, psychic, astrologer, and my most favorite title, Glitch in the Matrix. Today we're going to put forth an online mini lecture on the concept of the concerted action in the marketplace. I am in the spirit of Sidereal Sun and Virgo, where I'm just in the spirit of serving, but also in the spirit of embodying what I want to get out of life would be the same thing that I'm willing to give. So I've been on the path where I've been just, following spirit, taking notes, putting together videos, and just making it more of a habit to do more of what I live, but also provide value to you guys, help people solve certain problems. If you are trying to get your foot in the door, if you are trying to increase your financial situation, this will be a good video for you to watch and reference. So if concerted action in the marketplace is something that is intriguing to you, something that's interesting to you, I suggest you take notes. But even deeper than that, I will hope you get this book. The link is in the description. The Trick to Money is Having Some, a book by Stuart Wilde. We will be referencing chapter 8 today. I would have done like an earlier chapter, but I don't know. I just wanted to do chapter 8 and then put my own little spin on it, add my own little graphics to it, give it a more modern update. Stuart Wilde is one of my spirit guides. I utilize him often, and usually with your spirit guides, what you're supposed to do is put them on blast. So if y'all need, he always looking for people to help assist. So that's the nature of spirit. We're always looking for people to assist and pour into, because there was a time in my life, ladies and gentlemen, where I didn't know shit about shit, and I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's such things as public libraries with books. I went into one, I found this book, read it, took notes. I didn't understand it when I first read it, because at that point, all I wanted was money. But the times for which I slow down and slowly examine this book and slowly apply the messages and exercises and archetypes brought forward, then I usually get an increase in my financial situation. So for the people who are looking for an increase in their financial situation, this will be a good video for you. Disclaimer, alert, alert, alert. If you are looking for money to fall out of the sky, this probably isn't the video for you. And I'm not saying that money cannot fall out the sky and land directly on your head. However, if you want, this video is just specifically about having a concerted action in the marketplace. So in the very title is you being intentional and active in reference to how you gonna get down with the get down. So let's look at this from an esoteric perspective. We are going to be working with the market or the fortune or the wheel of fortune card. In the voodoo tarot deck, you have the market. And in a Thoth tarot deck, you have fortune. So one might look at this as two different cards, but in fact, they are the same card. So if you put them together, you will get the market is your fortune. Now, how many people are active in the market? There is a lot of people active in the market, but in reference to you, right? The kids call it motion. Do you have any motion within the market? And one would say, no, I'm not in the market because I don't know how to get in the market. This is the video for you. But there are people who are already in the market but aren't getting any motion. They got a booth, but ain't nobody coming to it. They got a website, but ain't nobody ordering nothing from the website. They got products. They got all of these good things they want to talk about that's going to be happening next week, next year, next month, in a couple of years. But yet and still, it never manifests. Well, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think that the effort that you put into the marketplace will be directly the effort that you get back from the marketplace. So universal law cannot pay you from the clouds. One of the things about universal laws is you get out what you put in. So when you look at the marketplace, and of course we're on the internet, so there is minimal human interaction upon the internet. So this might not be the market. This might be a comfort zone. However, at some point, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone, meet human beings, and solve their problems. And in return, they will sock it to your pocket like a rocket. And in return, you will have the motion that these young people talk about so fluently and so effervescently. So, once again, if you've been following this channel, there is a level of reducing the blockages by reducing the pride, by reducing the ego, and allowing the spirit to rise up. Now, when the spirit does rise up, you might have to take some risk. You might have to put yourself out there. And for a lot of people, I mean, as simple as that may seem, as simple as that may sound, as simple and articulate as that may register in your mind, it's going to be a lot difficult for people to get out there and really set themselves up for success. And the reason why is because you must escape your comfort zone. And it's different because, like, you can be triggered by a disrupted comfort zone. Like, the thing that you are most comfortable with is probably the thing that you do the most. And then when we're talking about concerted action in the marketplace, all this is doing is triggering your comfort zone. But yet and still, there is magic in getting out there. There is magic in getting out of your comfort zone. Because really, when you're talking about getting out there and putting yourself out there and gaining motion and gaining traction and building your audience and DMing people and doing lives and being consistent with your content, what you're talking about is a very uncomfortable process. Very uncomfortable. But dare I say, if you're willing to get uncomfortable, you're also willing to get some motion. You're also willing to find people that's willing to sock it to your pocket like a rocket. Okay? Another establishing point to concerted action in the marketplace, because you got to have your mind right. Because there's one level of this, and this is maybe just me, maybe y'all is progressed past this point, but waiting for shit to happen be my biggest problem. Lord forbid I had to get up and get some shit popping. Oh my goodness gracious. Right? So now it's like, how do you get motivated to put yourself out there, to grow your business, to grow your platform, to expand your side hustle, right? Because you don't like your job and you want to start a side hustle. If you can implement these simple steps, you'll be able to grow it at scale, right? Because you know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how you're doing it. It's not about popularity. It's not about fame. It's about simply helping other people solve problems. When you help others solve their problems, by standing further away, you can often see matters more clearly than they do. The greatest service you can render someone else is helping him or help her help themselves. So if you learn to stand on this, if you learn to resonate upon this frequency, because you moved your ego out the way, you have gotten outside of your comfort zone, you are comfortable with being uncomfortable, and your focus is simply on helping people who help themselves. And you don't want to be all willy-nilly with this, right? You got to really charge people. You got to really charge money for your services. So when we say helping people, you got to be good at what you do. But if you have a skill, if you have knowledge, or if you have a product that can actually help people or assist people in helping themselves, then the reality of this now is, one, getting out there, getting out of your comfort zone, and putting yourself in a concerted action in the marketplace daily, multiple times a day, 8 hours a day, when you get time off, as a side hustle and things of that nature. So the 3 ways that a person can activate his concerted action in the marketplace, because you can't just not have nothing, right? You even if you selling yourself, that's a product. Depending how you work it, that might be a skill. And depending on who you want to help, that can be particular knowledge. All of these things should be monetized. They're able to be monetized, and they should be monetized, because when you're giving energy freely and you don't monetize it, then you have no value on the energy that you're giving. And you could just be talking to your cousins about conscious stuff. If you have knowledge and you have valuable skills, then you should start charging your cousins when you start helping them. Even, like, I know it might sound crazy, but when you got to give people a ride, that could be a skill. Your time could be a product that, yeah, that's your cousin and you love him, but you could monetize the situation. Not because you're money hungry or you look at things negatively, but when you start to value your time intrinsically and you put everybody on notice that, hey, I value my time, I value my energy, then what tends to happen is that everybody in the universe follows suit. And then from this point, you can name your price. But you have to have the intrinsic value first. Maybe somebody will come along and gift you with the value of self because they just love you that much. But usually, if you're not in that such of a benevolent situation where somebody graces you with value, someone like me, you have to build that value within yourself over time. And sometimes you don't even realize that you're doing it. Sometimes you're just going to the library. Sometimes you're just really enthusiastic about a particular hobby. But your enthusiasm might turn into knowledge, and that knowledge can turn into something that can help another person. You could be using a product every day, right? A product that you love, a product that you know through and through, in and out, a product that you well versed in. You use it every day, all day. And you can start to sell that product to other people, especially if it's benefiting you, especially if it's helping you. Because 10 times out of 10, there are people who are struggling with problems, right? If you ever wanted to get some ideas to gain some motion, to gain some traction, list some problems that human beings have. Have conversations with people. Even when you're standing in the line at the post office and the people in front of you are talking and the lady is saying, I can't find nobody to deliver gout medicine. That's an opportunity for you to show up for your community and be the gout medicine delivery boy. Making sure, and then you could charge extra to rub it on their feet, rub it on their cankles, right? So skill, knowledge, or products. And since we're on the topic of products, White Rabbit Psychedelics, where we have premium psilocybin at affordable prices. We got various strains and flavors. Up next, we got the edibles, so stay tuned. If you want to get uploaded and downloaded on what's happening down the rabbit hole at White Rabbit Psychedelics, click the link in our description to join the mailing list. Once you tap in with the mailing list, you'll be updated on all movements and all progress and all motion. Okay? So we're going to go through skills, knowledge, and products, give y'all more of a robust understanding of what these things look like and how you could begin to apply this knowledge in your own everyday. You know, if you don't feel right about charging, that's your own personal blockage to financial abundance. It's not about what you feel bad about. You're going to really have to learn to focus on what you feel great about and dead center in that. Maybe you feel great about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collectible cards or action figurines. Whatever triggers a negative energy, then just leave it alone. If you're selling dope and you feel bad about it, then spirit is probably telling you to stop selling dope. If you feel bad about charging people, just don't worry about it. You learn to feel good about, because if you're giving somebody your energy and they're not giving you nothing in return, you're the donkey of the day. Everything that you do should be monetized. Now, if you get to the point where I'm going to my grandma's house and I charged her a $50 appearance fee, then you know you're probably taking it too far. But within reason, you got to have a sense of value, right? Sense of value. So we're going to deal with skills, knowledge, and products. The first thing we're going to deal with is skills. Now, the thing about skills, if you're going to make money in skills is the shit that you need to be wary on. Because for one, usually when you have a particular skill, you can't really imbue it or teach it. And if you can, that forays into the sector of knowledge, which we'll be talking about next. When you have a skill, you must be excellent at that skill. You can't be half-assed. And if you don't know if you half-assed, or if you don't know if you good, and if you don't know if you the shit, then rely on your reviews. Where are your reviews? If you perform a service, demand a review. Demand somebody text you, email you, write you a note. The purpose of business is not to make money. The purpose of business is to read your reviews. So if you are bad, you can improve. And if you are good, you can flex on their head. Because it is a lot of psychics that get positive reviews. And it's a lot of psychics, readers that don't get no reviews at all. The only review is their ego. I'm showing y'all these reviews and I don't even want to read. I'm not trying to promote. I'm just trying to show you, if you ever wanted to stand on something of a skill, you gotta be somewhat egotistical and boastful about that particular skill. Or otherwise, you're not excellent at that skill. And that's okay. Right? That's okay. But let people know who you are and what you do by your level of excellence. Right? Don't let people know who you are and what you do and then give them some half-ass. You ever have somebody go on a date with somebody and the whole time they're telling you they're a singer? I'm a singer. I'm a singer. I'm a singer. I'm a singer. And you're like, okay, you a singer. You a singer. You a singer. I'm a singer. I'm a singer. I'm a singer. Okay, sis, you a singer. This one time I sung with such and such. It was so amazing. I can't believe I ever got to sing with such and such. I'm a singer. I'm a singer. Okay, sis, let me hear you sing. And I am telling you, I'm not. Hold on, I need some honey and water. See, I can't just be singing raw. I told you, I need to drink with some honey and I need to, cause Aretha Franklin, that's who used to teach me how to sing. He said, before you sing, you gotta get some honey and some water. And they don't got honey at this restaurant, so I'm gonna sing later. If you ever do that, if you fronting on what you can do, this is why I'm never pretentious. I don't even tell people, because people might have a certain expectation that I'm not able to fulfill. And so that might not be the best course of advisement, but at the same time, I do know how to stunt. I do know how to flex. But the point of it is, even in my stunting and my flexing, I know that a person might get a reading and be like, bro, this is the worst shit I ever experienced in my life. So with that being said, I do not stop at the reviews. I don't stop at the extrinsic appreciation from the public, right? What I end up doing is investing in myself. Even me doing this video could get no views, right? But part of this content is me actually doing this work and coming to this understanding and doing the journal and then understanding how I want to put forth in my business and my career. And in understanding this was me doing this video, right? So it's like a double whammy for me. Investing in myself is really putting out more content, because my content is to help and develop myself. So I'm putting out content specifically about concerted action in the marketplace. Also understanding that everybody who watches my channel is not even interested in having a concerted action in the marketplace. There are a lot of people that are completely happy with a 9-to-5. So they don't need to put a concerted action into the marketplace. They could do their job and collect that 2-week check or weekly check or however it comes. And I don't know, I never had that opportunity. So I've always had to figure it out. You know, a lot of times it's easy to get a job, right? But it's not easy to get a job for which you are able to support yourself in the way that you need to support yourself. You know, so learning that I had to invest in myself. I had to become a better person because I never had the opportunities. And I always know that that's a spiritual thing, because in the transformational work, I've become who I've become. And now to grow and advance, it's very important to invest in myself. And you will be surprised at the people who never developed and refined their skills and worked on bettering themselves. You would be surprised how many excellent singers never got singing lessons, never got the dancing lessons, never hired a stylist, so they never became as successful as they could be. They had ego. All of their friends said, girl, you a good singer. All you need to do is show up. And then they shown up in the competition. Girls had vocal lessons, vocal trainers, outfits made by Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene. And now, you is getting washed under the water. And then you could get into a space of depression thinking something is wrong with you. And the reality is you never invested in yourself. When you are in business, the more that you know, the more that you grow. The more that the money show. It's good athletes that never get coaching. Y'all got good athletes as children, and y'all don't get them training outside of their school coaches. Now, school coaches are human, and they're going to be more in the space of favoritism. And there is no guarantee that they're going to coach your son up. So when you have an athlete and you serious about your child becoming an athlete, you need to have him get proper coaching and proper training. You need to invest in your child's ability to be better than everybody on the team. And the only way you're going to do that is to outsource everything. Independently investing in yourself. And if you do that, there is no way you can fail. If you consistently invest in yourself and learn the skills that nobody is taking the time, nobody is going outside of the box, getting the lessons, doing the things that's going to take you over the top, investing in your craft, buying the camera, buying the laptop, buying the lights, doing the thing that says, you know what, this is quality. Right? But you know what a lot of conscious niggas do? They get on this damn platform every day and they bombard you with conscious buzzwords. Family, subconscious mind, divine feminine, subconscious mind, family, divine conscious, meditate, third eye. They can just say a succession of conscious buzzwords and people be like, damn, man, that's deep. And then cross-reference it with a popular movie or a popular thing that's happening, and then say, well, this is about the divine feminine. Is everything about the divine feminine? So it's not about being succeed. It's a difference between getting on here and trying to be successful, and it's a difference between trying to help people solve problems. And if you can think about this, you can think about it in a way of quality. The ways of which, is no, you might be in a space where it's you and you're by yourself and you don't got no motion. You ain't got no motion in the ocean. You ain't got no money coming, and it's you by yourself and you want money to come in. You got to get over yourself. You got to get past yourself. And if you can get past yourself so much so to start thinking about how to help other people solve their problems, you will get all you want in life. If you help enough people get what they want. Don't bombard people. Don't worry about, how consistent you are. Be in the spirit of service and be in the spirit in general. Whatever you decide to do in reference to your skills, your products, or your knowledge, my advice is to do it enthusiastically. Because if you're doing it from the ego, you probably going to give up. You probably going to quit. You probably going to be like, what happened to that thing you was talking about that you wanted to do that you really didn't want to do, but your ego told you that you wanted to do, but you didn't put in the energy and effort to make sure that it came into fruition. Oh, no, I forgot about it. I don't even know what you're talking about. Enthusiasm, enthusiasmos, divine inspiration. Divine inspiration, be inspired or possessed by a god, be rapt, be in ecstasy. Now, you can stimulate this energy intrinsically through ritual, through magic, through spell, through sexual acts, masturbation, intercourse. You can conjure up enthusiasm. You can possess yourself by your soul force energy. You can be in this energy and share it to the public. You can see the God within you is a sexual energy. And this is why relationships become to be so important. This is why how you handle being single becomes to be so important, because you could be in a relationship and be going through hell. You can be single and be going through hell. But this is a very spiritual process, especially when you're trying to generate motion, especially when you're trying to get your tattoo career off the ground. Make sure that you're enthusiastic about your tattoo career. Make sure that people know that it's your soul force energy that you are giving them when you give them a tattoo, when you give them a reading, when you give them a blowjob at the back of the truck stop. In God, God is within you. Enthusiasm means that God is within you. So imbue every act, every sales pitch, every opportunity to sell your business as an opportunity to share the God force energy that is within you. However, if you are ego driven and pride led, you might be trying to wing it, trying to push it to the limit. The thing about enthusiasm, the thing about spiritual work, the thing about developing a spiritual and soul-led disposition is that your growth happens over time. When you try to step into this thing and try to have a concerted action in the marketplace, you're also putting forth the energy that you want things to happen overnight, when you're not actually thinking about it in a way of truth. Now, it might be like, well, I don't want to do this forever. You got to choose something that you love. Because at what point do you decide, hey, I'm done helping people solve their problems. I'm done sharing this divine energy that is within me. I'm going to give you an answer. You never stop. You never stop. But if you never experienced it, you're looking for an exit. You're looking for an out. So hopefully, when deciding to put forth concerted action in the marketplace, one thing that you remember is that God is within you. In every action that you do, when you pull that zipper down, you pull that zipper down with enthusiasm, homeboy, and move through life enthusiastically. And it's not easy to get there automatically just by a snap of the button. Maybe you need entheogens, but that might be another subject. Okay? So this was skills, and trying to imbue your skills with excellence, learning as much as you can about your skill, making sure that you're the best person doing the job because you put in the work, you put in the effort over time. And if you're like, well, I haven't done nothing, I don't have no skills, I don't know, you got to start somewhere. Shout out to all the glitches in the Matrix. It's your favorite glitch in the Matrix, the Mystic, representing White Rabbit Psychedelics, and your baby mama's favorite astrologer. So now we're going to foray into knowledge. Knowledge is power. This is what y'all never get told, so I'm going to tell it to y'all. Knowledge itself is power. And this is so true. This is so true. I know so many cool ass people that get me everything that I want, and it ain't even like I just be knowing people, right? I be knowing people and they be knowing stuff, and I just be like, cool, I'm happy that I know this person. Knowledge itself is power. He most likely wanted to transmit the idea, Francis Bacon wanted to transmit the idea that having and sharing knowledge is the cornerstone of reputation and influence, and therefore power. All achievements emanate from this. Because when you get knowledge and you put it with the knowledge that you already have, and then you build your own platform, then you share knowledge and you help other people grow, and those people like, man, such and such helped me grow, and he helped me grow too. That's power. It's a difference between being locked up in a cage, having all of these ideas, going back and forth with your cousin about, you think Anunnaki is real? What you think is a flat earth? and all of that shit is ego. The conscious people, Black Magic 363, and the conversations that they have about Egypt, and if you can do this and if you could do that, all of that is ego. It makes them feel better. It makes you feel better for watching it and hearing some far out shit. But when you talk about power and your power, it's about understanding what you know and sharing it and having a network of people for which y'all share knowledge. This is how people get by and win. I'm so happy for the people that I got in my life right now, because goddamn, White Rabbit psychedelics, premium psilocybin at affordable prices. Knowledge is incredibly valuable. Knowledge is a commodity that can and should and will be sold. If you know how to do something that others don't know how to do, like lick a ball in a certain type of way. Some of y'all got lick ball techniques. Some of y'all can do the wiggle wobble with your hands. Some of y'all got mad skills, son. Some of y'all can teach no gag reflexes. Get paid to teach it. Don't be sitting there with all that incredible sexual game and not helping nobody advance in their sexual life. It's a lot of women out here not knowing not one way of how to suck a dick in a proper way. And here you are, head queen, head doctor, able to put people on, but you feel like, I don't want to embarrass myself. You ain't embarrassing yourself. You helping people solve problems. You know how many people you can help if you taught them how you be sucking it? Okay? Don't hold back. Y'all be so mad at me. I know it, and it's okay. Good, you always gotta be like on that bullshit. Always. Monetize your social media. Especially if you're trying to grow your social media. You shouldn't be on social media if you don't have nothing to monetize. The reason that I say this, because if you choose to monetize your social media and grow your social media platform, once you make the decision to monetize your social media, now you have a reason to produce the content that explains the things for which you are selling, your knowledge, product, or skills. So if you're selling knowledge per se, and you want to grow your social media, you can use your content as opportunities specifically to monetize to a specific audience. Now, you might not get a lot of views. You might not get a lot of plays on, a lot of TikToks and all of that. But what you will do is if people tap into your videos, those will be customers. And now you have a purpose. Some of y'all just be like showing y'all little goddamn rainbow dress. You got that dress from Rainbow. You got them shoes from Charlotte Russe. Them shoes is 8 years old. And it's like, okay, we see you in your $10 dress. We see you in your $7 shoes. What's next? Like what? Like you just wasted our time? Dudes are the worst. I can't stand a nigga with a dusty ass selfie. His Instagram is just him and dusty selfies. Get off of social media. You can't monetize dusty selfies. You can't. But you can also learn information. You can also learn knowledge. It's a lot of people who have courses. So say, for instance, it's something that you want to learn, something that you want to do. Because of the internet and sites like Udemy, sites like Skillshare, even YouTube, you know what I'm saying? You can learn something that the next person could easily do the same way you did. But guess what? They not, right? They not going to do it. So because you took the initiative to learn something, to master something, to get a grasping of something, you could charge people and monetize. Teachable, Udemy, Patreon. These are all avenues and opportunities for people to monetize their specific craft, knowledge, product, or skill. But you got to actually sit down, learn how to do it, be proactive, be consistent, and not wait for money to fall out the sky. You got to have a concerted action into the marketplace. So let's talk about products. Shout out to those who are not giving up on their dreams. Shout out to those who listen to Trey Songz and Drake and whisper in their head when they put in an Instagram post, I just want to be successful, right? I just want to be successful. This video is for you. This video is for you, baby. This video is for you, baby. Once you have a successful product in the market, you can sell it over and over and over again. If you have enthusiasm attached to it, you can mark it up. You can also imbue your energy. When you do spiritual work, it's very easy to sell things. Part of this spiritual journey, part of opening yourself up, is that it gives you ideas and creativity that allows you to sell things exponentially. I'm not only a client, I'm the player president. It's very important to deal with your spiritual life to get your business in order. Because your soul is going to guide you and lead you in perfection. Only the ego and your negative emotional reactions can block you. You are your worst enemy. You are using a product right now that you love. What I ain't talking about, I'm not talking about those 3.5s that you get from the dude with the real fancy wrapping, the real fancy Mylar bags, and the dirt weed inside of it. I ain't talking about, and if that's what you want to sell, do it right. Sell some weed. But sell something that interests you. Sell something that you love. Sell something that you can talk about over and over and over and over again. Because me, White Rabbit Psychedelics, Premium Psychedelics, premium psilocybin at affordable prices. Have you microdosed today? And when you love something, you are an expert in that thing. And when you love something, you can imbue that expertise and you can sell it with energy. See, it's a transference of something that you know and are expert in, because when you talk to a person, you naturally are talking to them in a way that I am trying to help you. And some people don't get it, but the reality is a lot of people do. A lot of people do. When you have something that's willing to help people because it done helped you and you're able to communicate it, how it's helped you, why it has helped you, you can show up every day and make money. People would never understand how you could just stand in front of them and talk about how their camel toe is fat and you could get sales on your phone. You could be playing basketball, making money. You could be doing cartwheels. You could be sitting at a restaurant. I'd have been sitting talking to your baby mama, making money at the same time. I'm telling her she don't deserve you. He don't deserve you, girl. You need somebody like me. Cha-ching! There's a certain type of energy. It's a certain type of reality when you are in tune with your soul that money naturally comes to you. And it might seem like I'm doing the spiritual work. I'm doing the spiritual work, Hood. I'm tuned into my soul, but the money ain't coming to me. Well, one of the keys to the money coming to you, sis or bro, is that you must have a concerted action in the marketplace. And in order to have a concerted action in the marketplace, you can't sell to yourself. Are you selling to a business? Are you selling to a customer? Are you selling to a church, a nonprofit? Who is your market? How are you helping them? How are you making their lives easier? And if you can come up with this formulation and calculation, you better have a monetization on the back end. You better have some value for yourself on the back end, because you need that too. So many times we want to just have somebody say, well, here goes a check. This happens to me all the time, and I used to hate it, but now I give them what it is. People be like, all right, well, how much you want? I turn straight into a hood rat. $40. The hood rat just come up out of me. You want $40 for a 5-hour reading? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was talking to me like a hood rat. See, I feel like I'm a hood rat internally. So when people speak to me and it triggers that hood rat energy, $40 for everything? Wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need $5,000, half up front, half when the service is done. I'm so sorry. I was tapped into my hood rat and I forgot that I was channeling my soul. So you're not serving people for nothing. Let's be clear. Everything that we talking about of you helping people, serving people, is not for nothing. You're going to get paid. But don't think about it in the ways of how are you going to get paid. The secret to success is to subjugate your ego and serve others. In order to successfully serve people, you have to psychologically get underneath them, which means that while you are serving them, you have to subjugate your ego to their needs. You ever heard the customer is always right? Some people don't understand that. But you need to know what makes your customer happy and serve them fervently, eagerly, with enthusiasm. Because God should be working for you. Your soul should be working for you. And when things are working for you, especially in this time, in this Virgo time, don't just sit in your ivory tower and be glad that things are working for you. Start sharing, start helping people. If things ain't going right for you, don't just sit in your ivory tower and cry that things ain't going right for you. Serve and help people. Learn to serve. Learn to up your quality. Demand reviews. Read the reviews. Listen to how to improve your quality. Don't quit your day job, but build your side hustle on the side. You can build your side hustle on the side by providing high quality, excellent service. And then you will get into a comfortable position to say, if I don't quit my day job, I can at least work my day job part-time and do this for the rest of the time. Because you done built something up over time. And it's not too late for us. The reason why I know it's not too late for us is because business relies on people solving each other's problems. And the thing about people is that they're going through problems. So if you're having trouble in business, watch this video again, take notes on it, or go ahead, get the book, Stuart, Wilde, The Trick to Money is Having Some. This video was in reference to chapter 8, concerted action in the marketplace. So I hope that you guys took some value for that. I don't know how these videos are going to come, when I'm going to do them, how frequent I'm going to do them, but I know that the sun is in Virgo, and so part of this energy for me is really about embodying and really serving, and really, like, Virgo is the house of service. So I'm really just wanting to serve. So if there's a video that y'all want me to do, if it's a TV show y'all want me to watch, if it's a book y'all want me to read, if it's anything that I can do to serve y'all better, let me know, because that's the energy. And if you're trying to expand and grow and get your shit in order, see the ways that you can serve your community, serve your niche, serve your tribe. And over time, you will get your bag together. You will get some motion. People will sock it to your pocket like a motherfucking rocket. All right, with that being said, I'm the Hood Mystic, representing hoodmystic.com, Colombian Exchange, and your favorite psychedelic company, White Rabbit, where we are revealing the mind and listening different. Peace.
Seriously suggesting that Jesus Christ was a mushroom?
Put pretty blankly, yes.
Pow!
Surely you don't suggest that Jesus Christ and his various disciples were not human creatures?
Yes. You are dealing with a secret cult, a secret society. The stories of the New Testament contain certain incantations, certain magic names, which were really the names of the mushroom.
No, but the writers, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, these men who wrote the story, you are telling me they did not exist?
No.
None of them existed?
No, it's part of mythology. It's part of mushroom mythology.